I wanted to know where you came up with your character from, because you were originally an artist before you started VTubing, right?
Exactly.
And
that's not a secret. I used to have a webcam on and stuff.
Yeah, and this is your OC back then, right? You didn't make this specifically for VTubing.
Oh, and I wasn't even OC. No.
No?
It's just, I was thinking, oh, I want to be a VTuber, so I need to think about the design.
Oh, wait, so you made this specifically for VTubing?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Did you have OCs beforehand, or did you only draw fan art?
Oh, wait, sorry, I got you and I didn't hear what you said.
Did you specifically only draw fan art, or did you have OCs back when you were doing art?
Back then, when I started, I was doing fan arts of Fake Granddaughter, and then VTubing started to become bigger and bigger. So I was doing Autolive fan arts when there wasn't the EN branch yet released. And when the EN branch was released, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should do the same thing. And VTube Studio, came around, and I thought, how about I just draw my own model? Because I was tired of having my webcam on. People would judge more about the way I was looking like, the way I was dressed, rather than the content I was, sharing with my viewers. So yeah, I just did my little design and did my debut, and it worked pretty well.
So so how'd you come up with this one for your design? Was it something that you wanted to represent yourself, and you were like, this is kind of what I like in other characters, and you came up with this? Or did you have an idea for it already?
So the current one I have right now, since people always call me a brat, I was thinking maybe I should, draw a younger version. And
well, what about your original one?
With my voice.
Like your first?
The original one?
Yeah, your first one.
So to think about what I wanted, I just looked at every single design I could think of that was appreciated in the VTubing sphere and famous. And I was thinking, I need to make something that is not any like those characters. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but every time I see a new VTuber, I'm like, oh, that person looks like, my friend, or this one looks like, that person. It's like a freaking, like, people are like, oh, no, you're not. It's not a copy. Like, come on, I'm in my own character. Can you please not compare myself to this other VTuber? Bro, like, it makes sense. The same shape of the ears, the same shape of the face, the same way of talking. It's not original. How are you going to stand out as a VTuber if you look like someone else? If somebody is like, this makes me think of this person, then you want to try to have a different design. And that's what I did with my own. I was thinking, I want to be a cyborg because we don't know much cyborgs in the spheres. The only one that comes to mind is that character that is from Hololive. I already forgot the name, Roboco. And I was thinking, I want to have like horns, and I want a sexy outfit. And since I'm an artist that likes to draw a lot of explicit, sexy, on the edge kind of drawings, I was thinking I'm going to make the perfect design that will attract anybody that I can think of. So I was playing with underboob, ass, tummy, and feet. If you think about
think of anything for you specifically, though? It was mainly just like this, I'm making the perfect character. You kind of Professor X'd it, where you're like, I'm just going to make the perfect character. But did you, like, was there any part of it where you were like, yeah, this is kind of what I like, this is what I want to be seen as?
Yeah, because I'm more like somebody who like FPS, a tomboy, so I went with a character that is still sexy and feminine, but that is, can hold a gun and fight, and that's how I became the character that I created back then, I guess.
That's cool. No, it's cool. Don't be shy about it. That's a good thing. I'm glad that you made a character that you like.
Everything I designed about it, I still like it. I was proud of it. I'm a big fan of my own design. I think like my 2.0 is the best one, and it's my OG. Like, no matter what other VTuber model I would have in the future, this one will always be like the main one that will represent me.
So you don't get compared to any character in existence ever?
I'm trying to think, but I don't think it happened to me.
Motherfucker, I hate you for that. The doll from Bloodborne haunts me every day of my fucking life. Which really? I don't even look like, by the way.
Like, yes, you look like a doll, but you don't look like her.
Thank you. It's only because I'm a doll. I was the first doll, the first doll VTuber, and I guess that immediately went, oh, dude, you're the doll from Bloodborne. Because that's the only doll that they can think of that looks like me. That and fucking Shaltir from Overlord, but we don't talk about that. That one's just a color scheme that's very similar. To be fair, this isn't even my color scheme. My artist is colorblind, like with the color red.
But that's actually pretty good looking.
I know. That's why I went with it.
I think it's the win.
I was supposed to be white skin, so porcelain, and then whiter hair because I wanted it to look very pale and ghostly, maybe Victorian. But when it came out kind of pinkish, and my skin turned a little bit more well,
pinkish as well.
Yeah, so everything kind of turned out this way. But I honestly think that the color scheme worked out better that since my artist was colorblind. I can't imagine how it would look like without it being like that now.
Okay. But yeah, no, you don't look like her at all.
It's just the ball joints. It's
but
really
at least, like, I think it's alright to be a bit compared to maybe a character from a video game or an anime.
But
like being compared to another VTuber, I think that's a problem because, you know, you are in the same sphere.
Yeah.
It's like, let's say you have an anime and you have two characters that looks exactly the same. You don't want two characters that are the same unless, you know, they are cloned and there's a lore behind it.
I think it's okay. If you're a VTuber and you find yourself in that position and you can't afford to remake your model, I think it's okay as long as you guys are very different with the things that you do. But if you're both like doing the same exact type of stream content, right? Like if you're both playing, I don't know, fucking like Among Us or something, and you do the same thing all the time, then it's kind of not gonna work out too well. As long as you do stuff that's like your favorite niche, I think it's always okay as a streamer. Because like VTubing is whatever you make of it. If you do it as a mascot, or if it's your whole brand where you have lore and everything, and you stick to like a role play, then that's different. If you're just using it to play a video game and get people to look at you.
Now I have a question for you. So you say like VTubers are sticking to their lore, but like, do you always stick to your lore on stream?
Yeah, actually, every time I talk about what I do as like a person, I say back when I was alive, I talk about my porcelain a lot. I always describe myself as being porcelain. Sometimes I do it with real life too, which is really embarrassing. I say I'm going to the little dolls room, and I once said it to my mom, and I cringed. I was like, "Mom, I gotta use the little dolls room. I'll be right back." And I actually like wanted to die after I said that out loud because she was like, "What did you say?"
She knows you're a VTuber, right?
She does. My whole family knows what I do.
Okay, good.
There's a hard explanation.
Yeah, I stopped doing like the lore stuff because it's complicated.
Do you not like it, or is it just kind of annoying to do?
No, it's not annoying to do. I was doing it all the time. But the thing is, because of my accent, everyone was like, oh, she's French. And I was saying, no, I'm not French. And so a lot of people that are French were getting upset. And they were thinking I was denying about being French because I hated my country, or I was ashamed of being French. But like, my character's lore is that she's not French. She actually can normally speak any language that she wants because she's a cyborg. So she can just have a shape that, you know, add any language as she wants. But when traveling in a different timeline, her ship just bugged and she was left with French and English language. So that's why she have like, you know, this thick French accent. She's not French at all. There's no country left in the world, you know, because it's after World War III. And, you know, with whoever, like, you know, remained alive, they created a new civilization.
That's really cool. I'm sad that can I be honest with you? I actually thought you weren't French because I think you did that in a stream once when I was there, and I was like, she's not French? Oh my god. So whenever somebody called you French in my chat, I actually corrected them, and I was like, actually, she's not French, you fucking moron. What are you, stupid? I didn't realize it was a part of the lore. No, that's cool though. I'm sad that happened. I feel like a lot of VTubers kind of are doing less and less with lore.
Yeah, I mean, I would stick to it. Just people were really getting upset. It was creating drama here and there. Tiny one, but, you know, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to accept it and embrace it. Yes, I'm French. Here we go.
Some
like,
people
everything I've built around my character, you ruined it. Yeah. You ruined it.
Some people just want that little bit of drama, and it's really fucking stupid. I'm sad. I think that's a really cool lore that you were really excited to do, too. It makes me sad, because you sound really happy about it. You sounded really passionate about it when you were explaining it just now, which is really cool. And a lot of people don't. And nowadays, like I think VTubers are starting to, like, I don't know, they're not thinking of doing lore videos more and more. Like, there's been less lore videos all the time nowadays.
You just want to be a VTuber with like no lore behind. I'm like, but like, what's the character
like
behind?
A pizza with no sauce.
People have been boring.
It is a little boring. I get it. I mean, some people don't care, and I think a lot of fans don't care anymore. But I still do it, even though it's a big ass fucking wallet sink. My poor wallet every time I want to do a lore video. Yeah, lore videos.
maybe you know what? It's because VTubing is starting to become like a normie thing. Just like, you know, anime video games, now it's a normie thing.
You think
because
people
everyone
are cringing
plays,
at lore
everyone watch
videos
anime.
now? Is that why?
No,
like,
I don't.
The
I
normies
love.
are?
No. I think okay. So you know how now anime and manga and all of that, it's getting so big that the normies, when they're like, "Oh, I'm a huge fan of anime and manga," and you ask them, "Oh yeah, what do you watch?" and they're like, "Oh, Naruto and One Piece," and I'm like, "Okay, what else?" and they're like, "That's all," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see." So he's a normie anime fan.
They got
Just
their
like,
foot in the door,
okay,
which is good though.
Okay. Okay, another example, video games. Video games as well is getting a bit normie, where every time I ask like some normie person, "Hey, what's your favorite game?" They're like, "I like what was the game? What's this?
Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, FIFA. Shut the fuck up about FIFA.
So no, I have it. Okay, no. When I ask them, they answer to me that they play only FIFA and Call of Duty, and on console. So
I'm okay. I'm okay with this stereotype. I fucking hate this I will stereotype against Call of Duty players and FIFA players every day of my life. You guys consume slop and you disgust me. Go on. Sorry.
No. It's fine to play Call of Duty. It's just you know, some people call themselves a gamer and they can only quote two games, and it is those two that I just said.
I hate Call of Duty. Sorry, go ahead.
And so that's the same thing with VTubing now, I think. It's getting so big that people just want to snatch like a VTuber avatar that they can buy on Booth or anywhere else, and they start streaming. And they don't have this whole culture of you need a lore, you need your music team. And I mean, people do what they want at the end of the day, but you know, you don't do this to actually be a VTuber.
I think even some of the big VTubers that we have now are ignoring lore videos now. Like I feel like I'm not gonna name anyone, but I feel like a lot of VTubers that I follow, that I'm friends with, that are, I don't know, I think they're pretty big names in VTubing. They do less and less lore videos, but they'll still do a bunch of models.
I think it's because
it's expensive. That's definitely
it's expensive. It's expensive. I think at least when it's your first time debuting as a VTuber, I think it's good to have just at least one lore video.
At least one, I think, is good. If you at least have one, that's nice.
To introduce yourself, to introduce your character, I think it makes it more unique, you know? I like seeing people having their little presentation with, "Oh, this is my story, this is my age, this is a like and dislike. I will plan to do those kind of streams, and this is my skills."
I remember doing that.
I think it's so cool to, you know, they're getting introduced to their fans.
It's cute. It's a cute way of doing things. And I think one of the things that I do think actually that is one of the other reasons that people aren't doing it as much is I think people are afraid of being called cringe. Like, it's because there's a lot of VTubers that are like, I was a god and now I play video games. And they're afraid of being like, hey, that's cringe. Why are you calling yourself a god? I'll be honest. I've made fun of people that have that as their lore sometimes. Like, I poked fun at people that are like, I was a god and now I play video games. But I think it's fine. Like, be cringe.
Yeah, I agree. It's fine.
It's good. I think it's nice to see people at least trying to be like creative. I feel like the less people do lore videos, the less creative they get to be. Because it's like, it's fun, man. Do shit. It doesn't even have to, you don't even have to like adhere to it too much. Like, I made my lore specifically so I could adhere to it, right? Because I'm a porcelain doll, but I'm not the main part of it. I'm just some fuck ass dude who died, and like I got into the body of the doll, so I don't have to act like, you know, a Victorian woman. I don't have to like pretend to be dainty or anything. I'm just a guy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to go inside the doll?
It was, are you asking lore-wise or like me as a person who writing it?
Lore-wise, I want to know lore-wise.
Oh, lore-wise. I don't fucking know. I walked down an alley late at night and I just randomly just like blacked out and woke up in this.
Okay. And so now, why did you decide that?
It was my OC. I used to be an art streamer before anything, and I made my OC. I used to be a face cam streamer back when I did art, and I made this really cool doll, and I really liked it. I liked the idea of it. It was a very like not expressive character because I have a very bad resting bitch face, I think. So I kind of put myself into it a little bit, and I think it's like 8 years ago now. 8 years ago, when VTubing kind of popped off with Kizna I found VDraw and VRoid, and I made a VRoid model, and I started using that for streaming, and it was a failure. Everyone fucking hated me for using a model.
Hating you?
Everyone was super, like, all of my viewers at the time, all 10 of them were like, dude, why are you using a fucking anime model? Go back to, like, you showing us your face. We want to see your face. They were really mad about it. So I was like, fuck you. And then I kept streaming with it.
That's the right answer.
And then I got fan model. And I used that. That was my original 3D model that I used for years. Until I finally, I didn't have lore for it back then. So when I was making it with my 3D model, I had lore for the character, Dolmia. That's the name of the doll. It's even on my nub, actually. Hold on.
So cute.
Wait.
What the hell?
If you look, if you can see, if you squint.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Okay, relax. First of all, squint. If you squint at the nub on the left side, you can see a name is inscrawled there. It's kind of hard to see because my model is too big, so it doesn't zoom in all the way.
I see. Okay.
But the name is on there and scripted on there. Nobody would fucking see that, by the way, unless I tell them about it. That's just for me. But when I started doing it, we didn't have lore videos or anything, so and we didn't know, like, I didn't use the term VTubing because we thought it was only for Keys and I. It was only me and a couple of artists, art streamers that were using like Vroid models. So I was like, oh, it's anime girlitis. I was born like this. It's a disease. Because I was kind of, I'll be real, I was kind of gatekeeping VTubing. Like, I didn't tell anyone about it. I would do it and I would not tell people how to do it themselves.
I mean, also because you've put a lot of work into it, and you just, you know, it makes it so unique.
Yeah, and well, it blew up, and then I became my 2D model, and I actually started doing lore, and it was a thing because I had lore for the doll, but I also wanted to use the doll, and I didn't want to have to roleplay, so I made my lore into it. So I took the doll's lore, Dolmia, and that's a separate thing. And what happened is way later in time where I'm just some random dude who apparently dies or blacks out and gets trapped inside the body of a doll. But the lore of my character is still there. It's just in the past. And if you watch the lore video, you can see it. I mean, you can see that the mansion is run down. Everything's all broken in the background here.
Yeah.
In the lore video, you can see like picture frames of the doll and this little kid. But it's all lore that I'm not a part of. Me, Jowol versus porcelainmaid. So me being inside the doll explains why I'm allowed to be a VTuber and how this works, while also still being able to do the cool lore that's detached from me. So I don't need to do any like acting. I don't need to role play. Everything that I do want to do cool, like lore wise, it can be in the past and I'm not a part of it. So I can still do cool stuff without role playing, basically, and that was the whole concept behind it. If I see a Christmas ad during November, I feel like I want to commit like a third-degree murder that was planned. Like it pisses me off.